Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Sophie, and today we have a very fun little build video for you. Well, not little video, I shouldn't say that. It's kind of a massive build, actually. We are going to be building a super huge shopping center on the island, and this basically ends up taking up 1/4 of the whole map of this island. So yeah, it's pretty massive. It's the biggest build that I have done, which is also why I haven't posted in a hot minute. I wanted this video to go out like 2 weeks ago, but yeah, it took forever to edit. It was just a really, yeah, it was a lot. But anyways, we're here now, finally. But yeah, so basically this whole shopping center build, it takes place across all 3 tiers. It starts down on this bottom level and there's just inclines up behind it. It's a pretty simple layout, which is why I didn't really show the terraforming process. It's just a bunch of cliffs. But here is where I'm actually laying out where I want my buildings to be. I'll usually just use a random custom design like this one that I have right here, and I kind of start mapping out where I want the buildings, and then I'll decide, just kind of finick around from there. Like I decided, okay, I wanted this one not too close to the left side so that I could still fit like some palm trees around the house. So that moved over, and then this house moved over. It's kind of a lot of moving around, but that's basically just how I planned things. I just put everything down and then kind of run around and get the feel for it. And if I don't like where it is, I will just keep moving things. And I also knew that I wanted to use these big, wide street paths, so I started laying those down. That little chunk I actually did is actually a parking lot. So any just like large areas, you know, you're gonna want to use, I block in. That little other code I have, I wanted to have like a scooter rental shop. So I basically, yeah, I'm just laying down codes to visualize everything out. I don't know, I thought it'd be helpful to include this because I don't know if some people kind of struggle with that, but that's basically how I visualize my builds out. I'm very, very visual, and I sometimes I'm not really great with the grid system always, so I always like to kind of draw out using codes on the map where everything is going to be and make sure, okay, can I actually fit all the buildings in? Which if you're curious, off to the left, there's 2 houses, and then this really big one to the right of where I am right now, that is supposed to be Nook's Cranny. And then, yeah, of course, I also like to map out where the inclines are gonna go. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for, okay, are all the buildings gonna fit in here? Can I plant trees and bushes around everything? Because I love doing tons and tons of trees and bushes and flowers. Y'all know me, I love my overgrown, natural looking builds. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was gonna fit in here. And then, yeah, if there's any changes to the terraforming that needs to be done, I'll do that. Like I ended up deciding to add this cute little waterfall, rivery feature thing. I just honestly really, really love terraforming a lot. That's why I'm not always into doing these more structured city, urban, town, whatever you want to call them, kind of islands. I just love doing lots of terraforming. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love it. So I didn't want this to just be 3 boring, straightforward cliffs. I wanted there to still be some fun stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm adding in a little river here. And it's also just a really great way to fill in space because I didn't want to have anything back behind. You can see down below there's going to be a house right there, and so it's going to kind of block the cliff behind it. So I didn't really want to be building something really cool like directly behind where the roof of the other building is. So I decided to just put in a little river to kind of block that off. And then I knew I wanted the museum building over here just tucked in right next to this. But again, I wanted to make sure there's room for trees. That's what that random hole in the ground is. That's like a spot where a tree will fit. So I wanted to make sure I could have that waterfall and the trees and the museum. I just like everything to fit because I hate when I first played this game, I would just move buildings and then I would realize, crap, I don't have room for trees, or I can't do this water feature. So I like to at least do the basic terraforming and at least dig holes. You know, if I don't feel like actually placing the trees yet, I will at least try to map them out that way because, yeah, I want to make sure there's room for everything. And especially, yeah, this is just a huge chunk of land and it's a lot to visualize. So yeah, it's just handy for me to kind of draw it all out. And then again, I'm putting in the street paths to kind of get a flow. When I'm working on my more natural islands, I won't build the entire path. I'll just kind of drop pieces of dirt down. And I could have done that here too, just like set down one little street code just to kind of visualize where it's going. But I ended up just putting it all in. And at this part, I think I actually map out 2 houses, but only one house goes back here. I mapped out 2 houses, and then I realized I don't have that many houses left on this island. So I don't know what I was thinking. I literally confused myself. And then, yeah, I just mark out where I kind of want everything to go. It's honestly all pretty straightforward, but I thought I would explain it in case any of you struggle with figuring out how to lay out your buildings. And then I had the fun task of spending forever moving all of the buildings. I was gonna take footage of me like doing a little woohoo emote, but I just got so sick of it so quickly because it took freaking forever. Literally took almost an hour because you have to time travel between moving each little house and building. Because yeah, there were, I think, 4 houses and then 3 buildings, so it was a lot. It was a lot of moving. So you can only do one at a time. Wait, I think actually no, you can do can you do a house and a building at the same time? Either way, it was still a lot of time traveling, and I was not feeling it. And then from there, sometimes I just kind of go crazy and just start building. But I really wanted to be strategic with this. So yeah, like I laid out all of the paths and then I put the buildings in and then I focused just on foliage, or at least the majority of it. So here I'm pretty much just putting in trees and bushes and then adding in more bits of terraforming, like finishing off these street codes where I didn't finish it before, adding in those little tiles. I knew I wanted those tiles to go kind of underneath the houses, like right up to the doorstep, so like I couldn't put that in until the houses were actually moved. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I love very natural builds, so I was glad that I was still able to incorporate a lot of nature into this whole huge shopping area and not just have it be like solid concrete and brick and code. I just really wanted it to feel natural and full of life. And I love doing these kind of like decayed, falling apart bricks that I use, those little white ones. I think they're really fun. You can make some kind of really unique, very organic shapes with it, which that also kind of helps break up from this very, very structured town core kind of a build. Yeah, I went ham on the trees. I put them everywhere. I put so many bushes. I just wanted it to be super, super green and beachy and filled in. And then I kind of have just a few random fillery spaces. Like you can kind of see next to this Able Sisters here is behind my old lighthouse waterfall build. So I just slapped some trees down. You'll also see my resident services over here. It normally will never be on the 3rd tier, but I am using a spicy switch, so I'm able to move it. Although honestly, it's kind of just there. I kind of forgot about it and it just kind of plopped it down there, and it's not really doing anything, so I didn't really bother to show much of the decorating process for it, which, spoiler alert, there really isn't decorating. I basically just put 1,000 wheat fields around resident services. You will see it in like the final tour of this island, which I've already filmed because I finished this island like literally a month ago. It's so weird filming these videos and posting them all now, and people will be commenting like, oh my god, I love this part, and I'm like, what part? I don't remember this island already. I've already like erased the memories from my brain. I'm like, this feels so long ago. I'm like, did I really like just do this island like a month ago? I'm like, it feels like this was years ago. So yeah, but that's just a me thing. I usually like film a video, frantically edit, and then post it a day later, but I have like a ton of stuff filmed in advance, although then I'm being lazy and taking weeks to post things. So yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole mess, but that doesn't really matter for you all. It's just a me thing, just me venting to you all since you're listening. Since we're here, we got quite a bit of time to cover. There's still almost 20 minutes left. Oh my god, I feel like we've done so much, but I mean, this decorating part really is the best part of it. It's my favorite part. It took, oh my god, I have so many hours of footage for this build. honestly, doing all of the pathing and oh my god, it was not fun. And moving the houses, it was so miserable. So it took me forever to like encourage myself to do it. Because I'll usually like move a building and then immediately decorate the area because I get excited. But I was like, no, I want it to look really good for this video. Like I want it to be like all the houses and then the trees. So yeah, I was just not having fun. But by this point, I was having fun. And yeah, you can kind of tell what I'm building, and you might have even gotten a sneak peek of some of these. If you watched my last home interior video, I'm basically decorating the outside of these villager houses that I turned into small businesses. We have, I think I did June. Yes, June. I get June and Faith mixed up in my head. I did June's house as a Trader Joe's, so that's why she's got like a little parking lot and lots of crops out front. Some of those items you see are modded items, so I'm sorry if you're like, oh my god, where's those blueberries from? They're not real. It's all a lie. Everything is a lie. It's fake blueberries. But you know, there's alternative in-game items you can use. You can just use like the fruit basket, or I don't know, other sorts of like foods, like turn into a bakery. Okay, and I do apologize, it's a little abrupt here. I was editing this video where it was in real time, but I just cut out all of the like, every time I open my pockets, I just edited that out. I love the way it looks. I love that style of editing, but holy shit, it took me so many hours just to do that first 10 minutes. I was losing it, and I was like, I still have like 6 hours of footage to get through and so many items and flowers to place. I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind. So at this point in the editing process, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just speed it up. According to my YouTube analytics, a lot of you don't even make it past like the 10-minute mark. So I'm like, you know what? It'll just be a surprise for all you cool kids who do watch to the end of the videos that we suddenly switched from it being like real time to now it's sped up. With placing all of these flowers, it's just like too difficult to clip out every little in-between bit. I was like genuinely gonna lose my mind. When it's like a small build, I don't mind doing it, but I literally had, I'm not joking you guys, I had like 5 or 6 hours of footage for this build. I had like 6 different videos, each of them are like at least an hour long. It was so much work, and I was like, I've already spent like 2 hours editing this video. It's 2 weeks later than I wanted it to go up, and I was like, I just need to edit this. But honestly, I don't think it's too jarring. I have it, it's on triple speed. I don't like to go any faster than that. Because it can be a little annoying. Like, I've watched videos before where people will like speed it up like 7 times or something crazy, and it's like I can't even tell what they're doing because their little characters like boop 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 like all over the place. So hopefully you can still tell what I'm doing. Hopefully it's not too fast. I don't know if y'all really have preferences on what style of editing. Although I'm actually planning on doing totally different from both of the ways it's been so far. I kind of want to start doing more of a let's play style, which my next video for this island actually is going to be a let's play style. I just, you know, I get annoyed of having to like edit it later and do the voiceover. So I'm like, if I just film the voiceover as I'm playing, I don't have to do the voiceover later. And then it's easy with editing. I'll just look wherever I talk and assume that anywhere I'm talking is interesting and anywhere I'm not talking is not interesting. So I can just clip out the silent bits, and you don't really need to know this much detail, but I just thought I would share it anyways. I know some people are interested in like how YouTubers edit their videos, what their process is. I've played around with it a lot. Like, I've done the traditional speed build, totally sped up, super sped up. Some of my earliest videos are like really, really fast and they're like dizzying to watch. But yeah, I've just played around with a lot of editing styles, or then I try to pay attention to like, what do I find interesting? Like, what have I been enjoying lately? Like, I do really, really love Bois Crossing, and they do that style of editing where they clip every little bit out, and I love them for that. But yeah, it's a little bit too much for me. So that's why I want to try doing more of a let's play style. I've been watching a lot of Melissaverse lately. I love she's doing like a spooky island, and she does like very like let's play styles, like where it's in real time, it's not sped up, and she's kind of talking out her thought process as she goes. I kind of like that style, so I want to do more of that. I think sometimes for my mental health, I just have to change it up. Like, I'll do it I'll do a speed build style for a couple months, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go insane if I have to film a speed build. So then I do the let's play. I don't know. I do want to hear what you guys like best, because I am interested. Like, I genuinely don't know what people like. Honestly, the speed builds like this are not my favorite, although sometimes it is nice to just watch a build come together really, really quickly like this. It can be kind of nice. And then there's not a lot of stuff being cut out. I know some people like seeing everything very like raw, unedited, everything in there. It's hard to like do the perfect editing that everyone's gonna be happy with, but I'm trying my best to figure out what I like. But I suppose since this is a very babbly kind of video, I can share with you all, I do want to do like more completed islands, but I feel like in my heart I am getting to the end of where I'm going to be doing a lot of full finished islands. I decided I'm not doing a fall island. I'm just going to do 1 or 2 kind of like entrance builds with different themes, just because I want to explore some different themes and try things out, but I don't necessarily want to feel pressured to do an entire island. I am going to be doing a Christmas island. I'm basically taking my island eggnog that I did last year, and I'm gonna just change the theme. It's already like halfway built, so I'll probably just do a video like fixing up the codes and making it look like the new theme I want to do. I'll basically tell you, it originally was very like cottagecore, like red, green, classic. I got bored of that. Cottagecore it's great, but I just like really colorful. So I'm instead gonna do more fairycore, sugar plum, fairy gumdrop style island. So I'm gonna basically change all my red and green codes to be more like pink and turquoise and just bright colors. So that should go fairly quickly, just because I technically already have half the island done. I just gave up on it last year because I just started it way too late, and there was no way I was gonna finish a Christmas island. So I'm gonna finish it this year finally. And with some of those fall builds, I'm like, maybe those will be turned into full islands next year, we'll see. And then after that, I know I really, really wanna do fairycore, especially like my Switch is modded, and I don't really play a lot with like some of the like model swap items. I really wanna try those. Like, I see some people who do like heavily modded builds, and they're so stunning. I do want to try a bit of that on a fairycore island, because there's a lot of really good fairycore mods that I want to play with. So I will do that. But after that, I'm kind of like, I'm not burnt out of Animal Crossing. I kind of just want to slow down. I want to play other games I own. I want to do other stuff on YouTube. I've kind of started with that. I posted last week, I think it was, a video where I customized my DS, and it did pretty good. I was thinking no one would watch it, but I was surprised. You guys liked the DS content, which makes me very happy. I just want to branch out more. I want to do other stuff. It's still going to be very cute and cozy and pink and very much the vibes that I've got going on right now, but just different things, like different games. I want to start posting artwork because I do love painting. My original intention with YouTube was to be an art YouTube, and I literally don't post painting videos ever. So I want to change that. I just want to post other stuff going into this next year. It's so weird to like think about it, but like we are already like, September flew by so fast. We're already several days into October. I just feel like the end of the year is gonna come up so fast, and then it's suddenly gonna be next year. So I am trying to like think ahead of what are my goals for next year, what are my plans, and I just really want to experiment with my YouTube. That was kind of the goal this year, and then I don't know, I didn't end up really getting to it. I didn't really do many different things. I did like one journaling video, and I think that's it. I think all of my other videos are still Animal Crossing, so I've really not branched out the way that I wanted to, but I am kind of just slowing down on Animal Crossing. I just want to, you know, I want to play on my original Forever Island. And I want to finish it too, you know? So I feel like churning out islands on my second Switch every month or so it's a lot to do. So hopefully that's not too disappointing to anyone, but yeah, I just want to take it easy. And kind of slow down with all the Animal Crossing. I think maybe instead of doing so many builds myself, I'd like to get back into island tours, because I've not really been doing many island tours the last few months. I think I got a little burnt out by it, but I've been missing it. I've been missing touring you guys' islands. I kind of want to open up a submission forum so that any of you viewers can just submit your islands and I can visit them. I think I'd like to do more of that kind of stuff moving forward. So those are my thoughts. I don't know if people really cared, but I'm sharing it anyways. I've not really been talking about the build itself. Hopefully you can tell what I'm doing just watching, but yeah, basically the second tier is pretty straightforward. We had the museum, we had Able Sisters, there was like a thrift store, vinyl store, and then up here, this little plaza spot is meant to be like your area where, you know, you've done your shopping, and this is where you come to chill. So we've got food. This right here is going to be a little ice cream stand, and then I built a little coffee stand, and then I built a pizza parlor, just a little bit of everything. So you can just come over here, get your food, sit, look out over the ocean views, which there currently is no ocean view, but that'll be in the next video. That little spot back there where you see the fencing, I'm gonna end up building like this big lookout point that you will see in my next video, which my next one, it's gonna be my last video for honeydew. I know that maybe sounds insane because that whole half back of the map is empty. Oh my god, wait, I lied. I have 2 more videos. I have a video, a shorter video I'm gonna do where I built my campsite area and this really, really cool land bridge. It's honestly my favorite build of this whole island. And then I did a video, and then I will have, it's like a let's play style where I'm just running around frantically finishing the island. And then it'll be the final tour, and then that's it. So 3 more videos of this island. And then I'm also, like I said, gonna be doing, my brain just died. I'm gonna be doing those fall entrances, so you'll still see build videos, just not this island after that. But yeah, I love this little pizza parlor I built over here. Those counters are a modded item, of course, and I think they're so cute. It's from, it's based off like Pocket Camp items. Pocket Camp truly gets like the best stuff. I've not been playing it in ages. Like it's probably been like months since I played, because I don't know, I'm just burnt out on it. I feel like I had so much furniture that I'm not really interested in the new stuff. I'm like, what more is there to do? They've done everything there is to do. Like they have food. There's like every kind of food. There's an ice cream parlor. There's a cookie shop. There's a bakery. Like what more are they gonna give us in Pocket Camp? Like they've done so much. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise me and do something new. But I feel like everything is just like been there, done that. I haven't seen like a new furniture set in Pocket Camp in a while that I was like, oh my god, I need those items. Oh my god, I need to play again. So yeah, but I'm enjoying at least using some of these Pocket Camp items in New Horizons for now. Oh my god, excuse me. We made it a long time before I yawned. Oh my god. But basically, yeah, I'm just putting in tables here with food. And then I end up putting this little fountain in. And then I felt like the solid brick pathing here was getting a little overdone, a little overwhelming. It's very beige, it's very bland. So I did one of my favorite things. I basically end up kicking up some of the pieces of the pathing. Oh yeah, and I said hello to Eloise, who I've apparently never spoken to. But yeah, I just kick up some of the pathing here and then do like these really rough edges. And then in the open grass spots, I put in like trees and plants. I love doing that. It just makes your builds look a lot more realistic and kind of rustic. Like I can imagine this being like a super, super old plaza that's been around for decades and the bricks are not well taken care of. So the ground is literally falling apart and there's flowers and trees growing up through here. I really love doing that. I feel like it's a nice way to break up all the monotony of just solid brick pathing, especially when it's all just white. It was getting a little bit harsh on my eyes just looking at my screen and it's solid white. So I was like, okay, I need to put in some plants, need to put in some tree stumps, need to just make it a little more natural. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. But we're pretty much getting close to the end of the video, I want to say. I think there's only about 2 minutes left. I should be doing our final walkthrough any minute now, but I will just say now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this island. It took me a year to do a full island. Like the last time I finished an island was my fall island last year. So it was a long gap between finishing islands, so I'm really glad that I did stick with it and I finished this one and I filmed everything for it. I've always wanted to like film the entire process and I always get really lazy. So I'm really proud of myself that I actually like stuck to my word and followed my goals that I had. I'm just really, really happy that I could share this whole island with you guys. All right, and here is the final walkthrough for this huge shopping center. We're leading off from the bridge. That's from my last build. And here we have Nook's Cranny. It is a little farmer's market. I love there's this truck in here, like they're getting fresh fruit and veggies delivered. There's those cute little blueberries that I put out. I love it so much. And then down along the bottom road, it's just very natural, overgrown. And then here we've got this little pottery store. I thought that felt very like the kind of thing you'd see in a very touristy gift shop area kind of thing. Just a weird like collectible pottery. Here is our Trader Joe's build. I love it so much. We've got some cars in the parking lot and they're loading up their bags. There's lots of fresh fruits out front to kind of entice you into the store. And then we've got our little scooter rental shack here. And then tucked behind it is this little surf shop. It's not really labeled that it's a store, but hopefully you can tell that that's what it is because there are literally surfboards out front. And then anyways, going, oh yeah, okay, I did not do the beaches in this video. I meant to, but this is already a very, very long video. This is a lot. It was a lot to do. You will see the beaches finished at a later date. So don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. They're gonna be finished. They're gonna be so cute. But you'll have to wait for another video. And then this is, what's her name? Azalea's house. She's got just a little flower shop. And then off to the left is the museum that I basically turned into a library. I just didn't really know what I wanted to do at the museum. It could have been fun, I guess, to make it like a sea creature aquatic thing since this is a very islandy, beachy island. But whatever, I made it a library. Oh well. And then Able Sisters here is basically a thrift store. So there's just like racks of clothing out front and purses and shoe boxes. And then over on that little bit, I kind of just ran past it, but it was a little like vinyl record store. Resident services over here. I didn't really show much of the decorating process of this because as you can see, it is literally just trees and wheat fields. That is all I did. I just planted trees and wheat fields. And yeah, wasn't much exciting to see, not much inspiration there. And then this is over into our little food plaza. We've got our little pizzeria with our sad little Crumploid who looks like he really needs to go on a break. And take a minute to just rest and drink some water. And then we've got Mint's ice cream parlor. And of course, our little Barustoid coffee stand back here. I seriously love this little shopping area so much. And then right now, that's the lookout. It's just grass and some furniture in the distance. But stay tuned. Keep watching my videos. They will become a finished overlook soon. And that is that. That is the build. I really hope you guys enjoyed this very long, very rambly, all over the place video. If you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. I got 3 more videos for this island left. Really can't wait to share it with you all. And I hope you all just have a great, wonderful rest of the day. If you made it this far, you're amazing. I love you. You're the real one. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Stay peachy.